they had a really good business model.
They had a very good business model, but it required them to keep on top of their cash flow so that they would know straight away who had paid, who had not paid, and get onto them, because it was a subscription service. Grew very quickly. They started by using spreadsheets. They hadn't transitioned to any sort of customer service modules of their accounting system. Spreadsheets were getting larger and larger and larger and more complicated, and cash flow was very important for them, because as they were growing, they needed more cash and they need to collect it as quickly as possible. So it was chaotic by the time we got there, working very hard. They were working to midnight every night, produce the right sort of information for their stakeholders. It was ripe for automation as they got from a transition point where we were doing this as a small company. Now we need to do it as if we're a big company.
What did you end up doing? The shareholders wanted to use Power BI, didn't they? So the shareholders had a bunch of businesses, didn't they? And they wanted relatively standard reports.
Yeah, the idea was, from the stakeholders' point of view, that they would log in at 11 o'clock in the morning and have all the sales figures from the day before, the last week, the last month, standard across all of these businesses, and also have the cash flow forecast as accurate as possible. And of course, that is possible, and that's what we did. We took some time to map all of their hundreds and hundreds of customers to the name that the customers put on their bank statement, and map those to the accounts receivable data, so that they knew exactly where they were in terms of their balance sheet, profit and loss. So we did a mapping first of all, and then we, of course, automated grabbing the bank statements each morning, the sales data, and just matching the two off. And we automated
cash flow, balance sheet, profit and loss.
We're all popping out and giving the shareholders some KPIs to say how they were going, whether they're on track, whether they're going to need to throw some more money at the companies, or in terms of management, what they needed to do next. The stakeholders had many companies which were the same, and we standardized it across a number of businesses. So they were looking at each individual business, but the same reports, if you like, same pictures, same graphs, and then being able to consolidate it, put it together so that the stakeholders in that particular business had a view. And we allowed the finance department to go home at a normal sort of hour each evening after that, because we handed it over and they were easily able to maintain it. We inserted ourselves into the company for only for 4 weeks or 5 weeks and fixed it. So I would say that was a success.